Hi guys, my name is Catherine and today I'm going to be talking about the best ways to blend with your choir section and what you can do to ensure that. So without further ado, I'm just going to get into it. So first and foremost, the most important thing that I find when in choir is that you should listen to not only your choir section but also the choir, but your choir as a whole. Now, when you're singing, sometimes you can get a bit carried away and you can belt it out and stuff like that, but which is fine. But also, if you want to have the best blending abilities, then I recommend just taking a moment. If you feel a bit out of place, taking a moment and just being like, okay, right now I have a very high volume. I have a very high volume compared to my choir group, and I'm sticking out. Or you can say, "Oh, I'm not really singing to my best ability. I should step it up a bit so I can blend even better with my choir." It's so important because the thing about choir is a sport, but the thing about choir is it's a team. You can't have people not committed. You have to be committed 100%. But also with the team, everybody is equal, and I think that's something really important about blending in choir is to think about that concept, and that will help you a lot. Second of all, staggered breathing is the best thing when it comes, which is the best thing, and it's so good. It's so good because your whole choir will continue to breathe like through staggered breathing, so it makes it sound like you guys are always on and you're always full. So basically what staggered breathing is when people in the choir take random parts in the song to breathe. And that sounds very simple, but something that's important is that your goal is to try and not breathe at the same time as everybody else unless it's written in the music. Some parts you can't hit the whole section and it's a bit hard and your voice hurts and you're just so out of breath. That's when it's up to you to go and say, okay, I feel like this is a place where nobody would really breathe. I'm gonna have a quick breath and then jump back in the second I finish. The second I feel better. And I think that's something that's really important when it comes to making a full blend between the choir section. Also, head voice. Head voice is something important. Now, it depends on the song, obviously. There are some more, not belty, but they're more, um, there are some more strong songs. And in that case, that's when you would use that belting. But for the most part, if we're singing like a beautiful, dainty song, I recommend using your head voice. Now, I am guilty of this myself, but one thing I recommend is just thinking always up and that your soft palate is up, because when your soft palate is up, it's a bit more gentle and you have more of a warmer tone. And you're usually, like when your soft palate is up, belting is a bit unlikely, so you're not overpowering, but you're also like really involved actively. Another thing is that take advice. Like at the end of the day, you are teammates with your choir and you want to do what's best for the choir. So if people give you suggestions like, hey, I like what you're doing here, but something I would recommend is that maybe for the time that it's the alto's time to shine, maybe we can trim down the volume a bit more so that the altos get their time to shine like the sopranos do. So things like that will help you not only be in tune with your choir, but will also allow you to improve, which is what we want to do in the first place. So that was my video on how to blend with your choir section, and I hope you liked it. Bye guys!